The lives of executioners were often bleak ones. There was a lot of stigma around that kind of job. People generally feared and disdained executioners. Those types of positions were usually headed by outcasts as well. Although they were usually highly compensated for their jobs, this did not take away the shame that society gave them. People with an interesting disposition as this would make for a pretty compelling tale, and in the manga Innocent, that's what the author Shin-Ichi Sakamoto attempts to explore. The story is set in France before the French Revolution and focuses on the Sanson family, which is a lineage of executioners. Our main character is Charles Henry Sanson, and we are immediately shown how dysfunctional his family is. The main patriarch of the family, Charles Sanson, is a complete madman who wants to ensure Henry continues to be an executioner. At the start of the story, we see a very emotional and defiant Henry. Eventually, he breaks and is forced to do so, and by the end of the story, become just like his own father. The Sanson family had another relative by the name of Mary Joseph Sanson. Unlike Henry, she manages to maintain her rebellious streak and attempts to fight against her own destiny. With Henry becoming more like his father, this causes a conflict between the two. The main thing that grabs my attention is the psychological issues and the cycle of abuse that's discussed in the manga. A lot of people who are abused may end up becoming abusers themselves, and mimic their parents' behaviors. It's such a tragic thing to see a young and sensitive Henry turn into an absolute monster by the end of the story. Even his own father suffered from the same type of abuse that he eventually enacts on Henry. Even though Marie seems to be sociopathic in some ways, she seems to signify a change for the future. She distances herself from a lot of social norms like having her hair shaved on the side of her heads. She is also a female executioner, which goes against what a lot of her own grandmother taught her. Aside from the story being pretty good, we also are treated to Shin-Ichi Sakamoto's jaw-dropping artwork. Believe it or not, all of this is digitally done, which shocked me when I heard it the first time. Sakamoto is extremely talented, and it's made evident by the fact that he's entirely self-taught. Almost all of the panels just blow my mind. The way that he draws hair and the outfits is so detailed, unlike anything I've ever seen before. It just looks so fabulous and eye-catching. The backgrounds in this are also complete eye candy. I find his art helps elevate the horror and tension of the executions. He's very good with expressions in general. Speaking of the executions, these are quite big events in the manga, obviously. Sometimes Henry is forced to execute people that he got to know personally before they die. It makes it very hard to read some of those moments. One of the main conflicts of the story is Henry trying to mercifully kill people as he executes them. Unfortunately, with one of his more infamous victims, Robert Francis Damiens, has his execution tampered with. The result of this is seeing him die in a very agonizing way. Innocent is a very harrowing read, but if you have the guts for it, I highly recommend it. It's one of the best historical tales that I've ever read, and it's even better if you have an interest in history. Thank you for watching. If you would like to support me, I have a Redbubble link down in the description and bio. Also, I have social media pages on Instagram, Twitter, DeviantArt, Kara, and much more. Thanks for watching.